began my search for African wellness and spiritual teachings. Long story short, the accessibility of such knowledge leaves a lot to be desired, whether you're on the continent or not, for reasons that I hope will become clear as you listen on. I have to shout out Mike, a psychic and card reader based in Glastonbury. Just as I was writing off this town, one that was supposedly the UK's centre of spirituality, as another whitewash, I met this huge, somewhat in size but more so in personality, very white man who turned out to know an awful lot about African spirituality. He put me onto these books, Jambalaya by Yeye Louisa Tish and Opening to Spirit by Caroline Shola Arewa. I also purchased from him the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. Sounds scarier than it is, as we'll also touch on later, which I used mainly for the huge book that comes with it rather than the cards themselves. I'm thankful for these teachings and the few others that can accurately be called books on African wellness and spirituality, but almost all of them focus either on a specific religious path, like Vodun or Ifa, or on a restrictive, very specific path of healing, often with a huge focus on alkaline or vegan diet. Also, aside from Shola's book, they are all written by African Americans and feel like they are for African Americans. Some of them limit their African teachings only to those from ancient Egypt, otherwise known as Kemet. Basically, there was no African wellness book out there for people who don't want to change religion, aren't super into the spiritual stuff, and don't identify with the African American experience. Enter me. Now let me be clear. The books and teachers I've mentioned above were integral for me on my journey of healing. Whether I followed the teachings or not, whether I felt like they were speaking to me or not, they each unlocked something new inside me and encouraged me on my path. I benefited from every single piece of content in one way or another. There is a difference between who a book is for and who can benefit from reading it. Most books in the wellness space, most everything in the wellness space, is for middle-class white women. I read books, attended classes, went to festivals, bought yoga pants that were definitely made for white women. While being aware that these things weren't for me, I took what I could take and left what I couldn't. And I benefited greatly from all of them, even the yoga pants. This audiobook is for Black people. Who can benefit from listening to it? Everyone. If you are white and you listen to this audiobook, you may feel like I'm not talking to you. And that will give you a micro-taste of what Black, Indigenous, and people of color experience every blessed day. But if you're listening with the right intentions, you will most definitely benefit. If you're not Black, but you're Indigenous, a person of color, Irish, Eastern European, or from any other heritage with a strong traditional culture, you'll probably listen to this and recognize elements of your tradition within the African practices, which I hope will be a comfort and an inspiration for you to reconnect with or share those practices. This audiobook will be especially beneficial for any healers or educators who want to create safe, inclusive spaces for Black people to heal. If you are Black and you're African American, South or Central American, or Caribbean, there may be instances where you feel I'm not representing you. And that is simply because I don't know your experience, and it would be wrong to approximate speaking to something I have no intimate knowledge of. I've done my best to speak to you without speaking for you. I am a Ghanaian British woman and spent my childhood in London. Okay, Bromley, which I will defend as being part of London as well as Kent till my dying breath. Save for my preteen years spent trying to lose my accent and gain weight in Accra. I made my transition from Londoner to Ghana returnee in 2019 and now live between the two. This is the experience I'll be writing from, Accra via London, because this is the experience I know. I imagine it shares a lot with other on-the-continent Africans and second or third generation Africans abroad. Like I said, this book is for all Black people, and so I've tried my best.